Good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 MEAC Tournament Post-Game Press Conference. With us now is the MEAC Women's Basketball 2024-2025 Coach of the Year, Mr. Larry Vickers, and MEAC Player of the Year, Diamond Johnson, along with Kiera Wheeler. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Vickers, followed by questions from the media.
Well, so much respect for that South Carolina State team. In the two games in the regular season, we kind of dominated them on both ends of the floor. I thought Coach did an excellent job preparing his team, getting ready to play. And they did a good job coming out here and fighting for 40 minutes all the way to the end. For us, we're probably not a little satisfied. We're not satisfied overall with the way we played. Some of the reason for the way we played was South Carolina State for sure. But we have a veteran group with a lot of veteran players that have been in these moments before, and we expect to play better. They always say that first game in the conference tournament is a little jittery. Fortunate enough for us, the last three tournaments, we've been the first game, but, survive and advance at this point of the year. I told them before the game started, it didn't matter if the score was 40-41. We just want to advance, and we were able to do that.
Coach, is it a relief to kind of get that first one out of the way in a game you're like so heavily favored to win?
Well, tournaments like this are a little different sometimes, and they're a little different because it's similar to certain games that we have. You play with house money. And, South Carolina State did a good job playing with house money. They might have made 4 or 5 threes their last 2 or 3 games. They made that in the first 3 minutes. So I hope they're not doing that because our team is starting to feel pressure. Pressure being the overall number 1 seed, pressure being 14-0, pressure being a top 10 mid-major in the country. So hopefully we're not taking that pressure and it affecting the way we play.
Hans. Ray.
So what was the discussion like before that game, because you played this early start 3 years in a row, and you kind of gotten off the 3 slow starts in those 3 years. So were you trying to avoid that, or was it just like you said, South Carolina State just really came to play today?
Well, I thought they really came to play today. And, we talked about the score at the end of the first quarter from last year's game. They did the same thing, just a little different last year. Today they dominated us from the three-point line. Last year they just went inside. And so we understood that they were going to come out fiery, ready to play. When coaches say coaching cliches like everybody's 0-0, everybody's like, nah, they're not. But it's true. It's true. You saw a fired-up group that didn't care how many games they won this year. But we got to have that same mindset as the 1 seed.
Yes, back there.
For either or both, Diamond and Kiera, as players, what's that first game out of your mindset like? You finally got it out of the way. What's going through your head right now?
I really just try to not to take it too far ahead day by day. So just getting one job done at a time. You want to go 1-0 because if we don't win this one, it's not another game. So I really try not to think about the next game until the last one is finished, and just respecting my opponent. It's March, and I've seen a lot of people fall down, even recently in these other tournaments. So I just kind of let my team know, like, we got a job to finish, and it's not just about Saturday. It's about today.
No, y'all kind of piggyback off that. Like Coach said, we 0-0. They came out super strong, pressuring us. We had 25 turnovers, which is unusual. So kind of feel good to get that game out the way. But day by day, survive and advance. A win is a win. It was ugly. But now we know moving forward what we need to work on in practice tomorrow.
For anybody, do you guys like having the day off tomorrow, or would you rather just like get right back on the horse and play?
Yes.
No.
These super
me, no.
seniors, she 5th year, 4th year. Mimi has to show up, but she should show up to practice 40 minutes in advance to get them old bones going. So that's why you can see the difference. So Mimi's like, yes, I need the day. I did think South Carolina State was really physical with us today. I thought the officials allowed them to be physical, which is fine. We don't mind playing that physical brand of basketball as well. But, the unfortunate part is we have to wait till tomorrow to know who we're really preparing for. So at the end of the day, we still can't practice till 3 o'clock tomorrow, because we have to wait for the 12 o'clock game to be done. But, on Friday, those fresh legs will be better. Having those fresh legs will be better.
Wale.
Coach, did they do anything? What differently did they do today than they did in
compared to the regular season?
Well, in the regular season, they were a little safer off of their run and jump. So the first two people would go, and then they were playing it to kind of prevent us from getting layups on the second level. Today, they didn't care. Today, they didn't care. We had 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s. They did not care. They were just going to keep coming and coming and coming and being over-aggressive for the 40 minutes. And, because generally you know where the trap comes from, you just throw the panic pass. And generally, nobody's up there for the panic pass. But today, they did a good job of running up, taking away that panic pass, which was going to make us be a little stronger in the traps than we were. But we'll watch it tomorrow, and if we see it on Friday, we'll be 10 times better at it.
One more.
All right, so also, I believe the score was 81-55. You said it was sloppy. For that type of score, what do you feel like what does that say about your team that you can play that way but still have pretty much down there?
Well, it wasn't about the score. We gambled some defensively, gave up some layups. We fouled a ton. Just free throws, people seeing the ball goes in, make you a lot more comfortable on those three-point shots. But for us, 25 turnovers, we get half of that. I think that's what makes us good, our ability to force turnovers, to force 25, but only to have 14, 12. And we didn't do that today.
All right. Thank you all, and congratulations on your win today.
I was really negative, so I do want to say something positive. I do feel like my bench did do a good job coming in. Donasia Williams, giving energy. We needed it off the bench. 24 was really good today, so good job, Doc. These two weren't good.
Thank y'all. Welcome to the 2025 MEAC Basketball Tournament postgame press conference. With us now is South Carolina State head coach Tim Eatman, along with players Janiah Hinton, Michaela Lumpkin, and Rakaya Reed. We'll begin with opening remarks from Coach Eatman, followed by questions from the media.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say congratulations to Norfolk. They played an excellent game. The kids played extremely hard, and I hate that we didn't play well during the course of the year, which allowed us to have to play in this game for the last 3 years. But we have to do a better job with recruiting. We have to do a better job with our players and helping them develop so that we're not in these games in the future. But what I do I wanted to bring our 3 seniors because they've done so much for our program and done so much for me to help build the program from scratch. And I just wanted to make sure they was here to get the recognition, to know that I appreciate them, and I'm very thankful for everything they've done throughout their career. They're excellent students. They're going to be great in life, and I'm just thankful for them.
Open to the media. Ray.
All right, Coach, congrats on the season. And Coach Vickers just talking about how your group pushed his team today harder than you did in the regular season. So what was the game plan, and also what was the halftime message, considering how competitive the first half was?
Well, we actually led them 17-4 at their place, and we just got to. I guess the biggest thing is that players come to play when time for players to play, and Diamond and Kiera both stepped up and made a difference in their team. I think they both had 20 and 18. They're really, really talented kids, but our kids played extremely hard. We forced 25 turnovers, but we only converted it into 12 baskets. And whereas they forced us into 32 turnovers, and they converted that into 35 points. So the difference in the game was the ability to go from offense to defense and to actually make the shots. We was there a couple times where we actually had started a run, and we would miss a layup, didn't force them into a quick shot. They got 25 offensive rebound, could not get the rebound. I think if you played the game on just first shots, I think we would have won. But unfortunately, that's not the way the game is played. And they went to the boards, and they got 25 offensive rebounds, and they made us pay for every mistake that we had a chance. The message was really simple at the half, is that we got to keep going. We got to stay with the 55, and we got to continue to press them. And if we continue to do that and not give up, then we got a chance to win. So that's why I'm thankful for these young ladies for doing. I actually put them in the game with the last a minute 27. I put all three of them back in the game to continue to press because I wanted them to understand that in life you're going to have some ups and downs, but the main thing you have to do is continue to fight, and that's what they did.
Media. Wale?
Coach, you all played so hard today, and I feel like that has to be acknowledged. And you just mentioned in terms of like what happens if you don't want to be in this position. So what can you take from this game for next season? To be honest with you, because your team did play so hard, and it looks like you guys kind of take this and learn from it for the next season.
Well, the first thing it tells me I got to go on the road and recruit because we got to have depth in order to maintain what we're trying to do. The 55 doesn't work in the first 5 and 10 minutes. The 55 works in the last 5 to 8 minutes of the game. And so throughout the game, you have to be able to be resilient to continue to fight. And that's because we need more depth. So we got to do a very good job of recruiting to get the depth that we need to maintain. But we're going to take into next season that if we do the things that we're supposed to do, like play the game hard, execute on the offensive end, that we can be successful. So I was thankful for our kids showing me that the things that we're doing is right. We just got to get a little bit more depth to our team so we can maintain that.
One more from Wale.
And this is for the players. What does your coach mean to you all? Obviously, he has a lot of respect for you and love for you all. So what does he mean to you all?
Well, I'm a senior, so when I first got here, I had a different coach, and I'm just really thankful to Coach Eatman for taking me under his wing because he really didn't have to. Coaching me and just continue to believe in me. It's hard when you have a new coach, but just continuing to believe in me, continuing to show me the path, not just in basketball but in life, and just continue to be supportive. I think that was big for us. It's a hard season when you're not winning, but just having a coach that you know believes in you, and it makes it easier on the group to keep going.
Hi, I'm Janiyah Hinton. I'm also a senior. Piggyback off what Michaela said. When he came in, we was up under like a whole nother coach, so we had to learn a whole nother coaching style. And I'm very, very thankful for Coach Eatman because he inherited us. He did not have to keep us, but I feel like him keeping us actually built a bond. We created like a strong relationship being here, and I'm so thankful for that. And the things that he taught us for in life, I'm gonna forever use it. And I thank you, Coach.
You're very welcome.
Like my teammate said, he didn't recruit us, but he just showed us the way, no matter what, right or wrong. He made sure we knew that he was more than just a coach. He was like another father figure for me personally. He always had our backs, and he showed it in multiple ways on and off the court. You never had to question his loyalty. We knew he stood with us no matter what, and I really appreciate him.
Yes.
Sorry, this is for the athletes. So I covered you ladies throughout your careers, and majority of the time, a lot of you suffer from injuries. But to see you together at this moment right here, what would you take over your careers to the next phase in your life, starting with you guys?
For these I suffered two injuries, two knee injury. I had surgery on both of my knees, and I suffered 2 knee injuries. I had surgery on both of my knees, and it was tough at first, but I had to realize my life is not like really around like basketball, but you can't just like live off basketball. And Coach even told me that when I was down, he always picked me up, send me Bible scriptures, quotes and stuff, and that really uplifted me and made me really look deep in what did I want to do when I get done playing basketball.
My time here has really taught me the power to keep going. So like Coach Eatman talked about, Things get hard. Life gets hard. Outside of basketball, things get hard. But it's up to you to determine how you bounce back. And I think that over the years, I've developed a character, become a person that I wasn't, and just the ability to persevere. We call it bulldog tenacity. So persevering, staying to the course, and believing in yourself and believing in each other when other people don't. It's been a hard year. People doubted us. We've it's trials and tribulations. So just being able to look past where you are now, being where your feet is. So you don't think about tomorrow, you don't think about yesterday, you don't think about 2 weeks ago or what I'm going to be in the future. Just being where your feet is. So just being able to live in the moment has really has helped me become the person I am.
For me, these past couple of years definitely taught me like to not listen to the outside noise, focus on what's in front of me, focus on like being a better person for the future. Especially Coach Eamon, he always tell us like, don't listen to outside noise. It's just a distraction. Once you get distracted, like what are you gonna do? Stay focused on the hand at task and make sure you just keep pushing through.